Let's try that again. Hi, everybody. I'm here today with Imperium Legends. It's up here on the shelf. I was just saying, I'm trying again. Um, Sorry for the audio issue there for a second, but trying again. I messed up a few things on my first live playthrough. I'm going to try to get them all right at the end of this time. I'm not going to play as the Minoans this time. I'm going to play as the Atlanteans, and I am going to play against the Olmecs again. I've played a couple games against the Olmecs, so hopefully this means that I won't forget anything or leave anything out. Yeah, so feel free to ask questions or correct me if I do forget something, because I am trying to get it right, trying to get it to stick. I had to read through a couple of forums to make sure I remembered everything and understood, because the way that it's written and the updated rules are different. And I'm hoping that in the new printed update to the rules, there will be those reflections in there. So I am the Atlanteans. I'm going to have occasionally this extra camera on. Sorry for the glare. Let's see if I can fix that a little bit. So I'm the Atlanteans. Let's see. I don't know if I can fix that glare right now, but maybe we'll just do this. We'll put a box over here, just out of camera to make that more consistent. Maybe not. Oh well. Okay, so I'm the Atlanteans, which means cards that would be placed into my history are instead discarded. So basically, I have to sync cards in order to get them into my history, which is the main difference from other. And also, my state card starts as a empire rather than as a barbarian state card, like this. Instead of starting like that, it starts on the blue side. So I will be playing that way. I think that's basically that's most everything. So I'm not going to worry about this box. And it's just that I have sleeved the game, so there's a little bit of shininess with the lights. But anyway, Atlanteans, I start with 5 cards. The bot, I will try to be a little better at making sure the bot does the correct things. There are a couple things that I did a little bit off. The other thing that I didn't notice before is that if the civilization collapses, I don't win in the traditional way. And my question about that is, if collapse, the game ends when either score or collapse is triggered, and then it just says collapse is triggered if there are no cards left in the unrest pile. And then you have to go all the way down here to see if the game end is triggered by collapse, you lose even if the bot has more unrest than you. So I lost last time, even though I had a lot. I had more points and less unrest and so forth, because the bot. So I don't want the bot to collapse civilization. We want it to go on. So as a reminder, we have cards that are regions. We have cards that are civilized or uncivilized. We have cards that are tribute cards, and then there's a pile of 6, and then you flip one over for regions, uncivilized and civilized, and then you have those mixed together with tribute cards down here that go in the main deck, and then you flip over 2, and any that aren't regions get unrest underneath them. And one of the main things that I was doing wrong last time that hopefully will be fixed this time is when you flip unrest for the bot, it goes back into the unrest so that the game isn't over as quickly. Also, that way you're not collapsing civilization as fast. I think those are some of the main things. Also, when I acquire cards, they come to hand. Breaking through and innovating and so forth, they come to hand. The bot, I think, puts them on top. I took some notes too. The bot will put them on top of the draw pile. But we'll play. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Hopefully I get everything right this time. So I am open to corrections, but gonna try. Took some notes, and we'll see how this goes. So I will draw my 5 Atlantean cards and decide whether I'm going to activate, innovate, or revolt, and then I'll be cleaning up. So if I activate, what that means is that I will use my activation tokens, which are these square little tokens. Here I can show them if you haven't seen before. They are a square token like that. And there's exhaustion tokens. There's 3 action tokens and 5 exhaustion tokens. And if I activate, then I'll be using actions and exhaustions. But actually, what I'm going to do, because I just drew 2 of my starting unrest, is I'm going to be revolting, which means that I'm going to be getting rid of unrest from my hand, and I can choose pay 1, which means I can just I could either play it as an action, pay 1 or discard cards to get rid of it from my hand, or I could just revolt, and if I revolt, I get rid of any unrest I have, returning it to the unrest pile, which is what I think I'm going to do, and then just discard these cards. So I do that. Then if I had any tokens to clean up, I would do that. Also, we would next incentivize, add a token to where I want. I think I'm going to add it because I'm going to be getting different regions to make my stuff work, and I like the pottery. So this one lets me exile a card from the market, and I can garrison a card, and during solstice gain 3 building materials and discard a card. This one is gain 1 population, exile a card from the market, and you may garrison a card. I'm probably gonna need. I'm gonna need both. I don't. So I'm just gonna incentivize this one because it has 2 symbols on it instead of 1, and then we discard any cards, but I can't do that because I already did. And then I draw back to 5 cards, and then it's the bot's turn. And the bot will roll. So I got a 4. We put that there. And the bot has a stone mask. So at this point, the bot is uncivilized. I'll move these up just a little bit. Hopefully we can kind of see what's going on with the bot. But it's a stone mask, and I'll show these because these are going to come up a lot with the stone mask. Sorry for that glare. Drop to 3 cards if able, then return a card to the top of your deck. Okay, so that's what that does. But in the case of the solo game, it's going to discard the top card of the bot deck, and then this gets put into the discard too. So it will discard. So that's just going to make it cycle through its deck faster. And then another one. So we'll do the same thing. Making sure those are in the right order. Although they will get. And then a ball game. And this is a pinned card, which looks like an infinite loop. So it says put one of those stone masks into history, and then acquire either uncivilized, civilized, region, or tribute, whichever one is worth the most in the game. Otherwise, gain 1 progress and put this card into history. We're definitely going to be able to acquire. This one's worth 3 points. This one's worth 1. This one's worth 1, none, and 5. So we'll acquire this. And when the bot acquires, it goes onto the bot draw pile. So we put those there. And then we see what this new card is here. And I'll show off that card. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I didn't really talk about the cards that were in the market, but that's okay. Free play, this is mercenaries. Free play, pay 1 population to gain 1 action. Okay, so that's what that is. And because it is a civilized card, it gets unrest underneath it. And it goes there. And let's see here. So we did that. So we acquired, and then we put this in the discard. We don't do anything with this one. This will slide down, and I'll put our die right there. And then this 5th one, again, a stone mask. We continue to cycle through the deck. Unrest is revealed, so it just goes into there. If it had come out here, again, remember it would go up here if it's revealed. So then we will refill the bot's row. At this point, we don't draw cards yet. Otherwise, if we were ready to draw cards, we would take 1 from this civilization deck and dynasty deck, I should say, and put it into the discard, and then we would shuffle the discard, and it would have an extra card. So that has happened, and if there were any solstice things in play, we would do that, but there are no solstice cards for me or the bot right now. So we continue with play by me playing the 5 cards I have in hand. So this time, if I can, I probably want to take some actions. So here's Thule. Thule is gain 1 population exile card from the market. You may garrison a card. Is there anything I want to garrison at this point? So floods, I should show you floods. Floods are one of the unique things for the Atlanteans. The Atlanteans sink the card and a region in play to acquire. So they're okay, but not great. I mean, they could be useful if you really need them, but right now I think I just want to garrison and get it out of the way because I don't want to get gunking up my deck. So I'm gonna play Thule. Take an action. I get to gain that population. I should do this in the right order. So I gain a population, which I just did. Exile a card from the market. I'm going to exile, and I can't exile anything that has been incentivized. So I will. I don't love. Well, mercenaries actually are okay, but you have to pay. I don't love mercenaries, so I'm going to exile mercenaries. We'll see what the next one is. If it's a region, we put this unrest back over here. It's not, so because it's civilized, we'll leave that unrest there. Technically, it's the unrest goes back, and then you see what the new card is, and if you need it, then you bring it. But it's just kind of slow to do that, so I'm not going to explain that every time, but that's why I'm not moving the unrest back. I will only move the unrest back if we reveal a region card. Okay. So now I can garrison the card. I'm going to garrison that flood. I know that there are ways to use flood otherwise, but I don't like it. I like to cycle through my deck really quickly if I can as the Atlanteans, now that I've played them a couple times. And then all players may draw a card because I'm going to play Prosperity. All players may draw a card. And when the bot may draw, it puts top of the draw into discard, and since it doesn't have a draw pile right now, it can't do that. And there is a specific thing it says about that. See, now I am forgetting something. So this is I'm trying not to do this. Drawing. When do we draw? That's a good question. If the bot deck is empty and you normally add a card from the bot deck to a slot, move the top card. But that's cleanup. If the bot would normally draw a card, then instead draw the top card if able and play. So if able, because we haven't yet shuffled the discard, it is not able. So we don't worry about that. Okay. So we have played 2 cards. This one's going to go over here. We'll leave it. Well, we'll just leave it right here. And then free play, I could choose to sink a card from my discard pile and steal 1 prosperity from the bot, or break through. So I can break through and sink this card. I think I'm going to break through. Why not just break through the Atlantean fleet, and then I'll just sink this. So that's my Atlantean fleet. Show you that card real quick. I'm just going to do the or, break through and sink the card. It is a attack card that I start with, but I'm going to sink it and take a card that I want. Ooh, this one, Astronomy. So Astronomy is, and I wouldn't have to take the unrest underneath because this is a breakthrough, not acquisition. When you acquire a region, exhaust this card to gain 1 prosperity, and during solstice, you may return a region from your discard pile to my hand. That is interesting. And it has a prosperity on it, but urban development is gain 1 building and 1 population per House symbol in your play area. I think, and I don't want the bot to have that. The bot does like to take variable point cards. Choices. I think I will. So that's acquiring regions versus innovating. Oh goodness, I don't know how often I'll. I'm going to take the rainforest that I incentivized, that has been incentivized. So I will take that to hand. I got the progress token, and then I have one action left. I can either play that one, gain a population, exile a card. Well, we got to flip this too, though. Gain a population, exile a card from the market, and you may garrison a card. So same basic thing on Elysian Fields, except it doesn't give the population. And you know what? I'm just going to play Elysian Fields because it gives me 2 pottery. So I'm going to play that one, and then it's out. And so that's Elysian Fields. And I have to exile another card. I'm going to exile Urban Development so that hopefully the bot doesn't get good points. And this is a tribute, so we're going to leave that unrest out. And this is my hand. I could discard that if I wanted to. So now we're into my turn. So add a token, a progress token, incentivize. I'm going to add it to this fortified region. And then we clear the tokens. And this is not pinned, so this will go to my discard. Then we discard cards. I don't want to discard this. Draw 1, can't draw. Now I can, if I'm able, I can develop because there's nothing in my draw pile before I shuffle. So let's see what I want to develop. So this one has a development cost of, I got to remember what I have. I have 3 population, 3 build, and 2 progress. Moats and Walls is a good one. It lets me free play an unrest. To get rid of it, I could do Kaleido, which is 2 progress and 3 building. I can choose to acquire, or if Palace of Poseidon is play, I can break through. So maybe I need to work on Palace of Poseidon first, and it's worth 5 victory points. So, but I can only do Palace of Poseidon if Mountain of Atlantis is in play. So how do I get that one? That one is gain a progress, garrison a card, and has development cost of 2 population. We're going to do that one right now. That's what I'm going to develop. So I have to pay 2 population, and that goes into my discard. Then we shuffle, and I need 3 more cards. All right, 1, 2, 3, and then those are there. And it is, and then we should have 1 exhaust token on there that would not be available next turn on my Dynasty deck. And then we roll for the bot. The bot is going to go there with the 2. Then we get this, which means we would discard from here. We can't. So again, nothing happens when the bot can't discard. Let me make sure that's right, because that seems weird, but just as a reminder, because I messed up a couple things last time, and I've been trying to make sure. Yeah, that's okay. So it will just move this through, and this one will slide down, and we'll put this over here, and then Leventa, which is a region which shows up before pin. That's one thing I did wrong last time. I was looking at the card, at what symbol showed up first on the card, but what you're supposed to look at is what symbol shows up first in the chart for the for the civilization that you're playing on. So this is a region card. So even though the symbol's down here and the pin symbol's up here, look at the region because region is above pinned in the table. So take this, and with this it says gain a progress, okay? Gain a progress. And play this, and then exile a card from the market. So it's going to play this into its area. That's bad because I wanted that one. That one is gain 2 building materials, and I'm going to need some building materials. But the bot now has a it has Leventa in its area. Okay, and then it will exile. So it's going to exile whatever is farthest left and cheapest. So it's going to exile this one because I'm going to, when it exiles, it's going to do farthest left and cheapest, I believe. Let me make sure that's right. I promise, I really did just play, but every play for me, so if the bot exiles a card, it places the eligible card from the lowest numbered slot in the market in the exile. So yep, the cheapest one is going away. And then we find out what's next. Well, that was doubly bad for me, and it's a tribute card, so it gets unrest with it. And that is Etruscans, which gain 2 progress when you play that card. And it can only be played by uncivilized people. Interesting. Bad for me, good for the bot, I would say. Still can't discard anything, so that just goes back there. And then still can't discard anything. Now it would draw and can't to refill this, so it will add one of its dynasty cards to its deck, shuffle, and then reset this row up here. And with that, do I have any solstice? I still don't have any solstice. The bot doesn't have any solstice, so we are set to keep going. So whenever the solstice stuff finally appears, then I can do solstice stuff. There's no solstice stuff at this point. All right. I do have an unrest. So I could, yeah. I'm going to play cards though. I'm going to play Rainforest first. Gain a population. Exile a card from the market. Oh, the bot should have incentivized number 2 also, because that's what we rolled. Hopefully I didn't forget to incentivize last time. Okay, so my turn though. I played the Rainforest. I gained my population, exile a card from the market, and then I may garrison a card. I wish I could get rid of that one. This one is place a card on top of your draw deck to acquire each other player recalls. You know what? I'm going to exile that. I don't love that. Espionage. And we will put this one out. Jade Mask, drop to 3 cards of Fable, then return a card to the top of your deck. And what else do I want to play? I'm going to play this Unrest. I will pay my action for it. And discard 2 cards from hand. I'm going to discard, let's see. I'm going to discard, choices. I'm going to discard Prosperity, because I'll get it back in hand, and Flood, so that I can play Hesperides next. So I'm discarding those 2 cards, and Unrest will go there. And then my last play with an action will be to play Hesperides, gain 1 building material, exile a card from the market, and I may garrison a card. So I'm going to exile Macedonians, and we'll see how it comes up because that card is worth it to the bot. Civilized, so we'll leave that Unrest there. It's a Metropolis, Solstice, gain population or gain 1 building material and draw, or so it's either gain 1 population, gain 1 building material, or draw a card. One of the 3 things. But that's pretty good because it's also worth 2 victory points. I'll show you that card real quick for Metropolis. And sorry, I like that card. Okay, so that was Metropolis. I might actually end up acquiring that card because that's kind of decent. Okay, so we incentivize. Excuse me. I will incentivize that card because if I take that, I'm gonna have to take the unrest underneath. Although it is worth 3, that's worth 4, so the bot will take that card first. Hopefully, it doesn't end up taking. Oh, it could take this card. This one's also worth 3. Okay. We did that. We clear the tokens. We draw. We'll discard then draw, but I don't have anything to discard, so I'll draw these 2. If I have anything that I could develop, I could do that now. We will. I'm gonna play Spread of get Spread of Atlantis, which I'll show you right here. It costs 4 building materials and 2 population, and then when you get to play it, it's an attack. All other players will recall regions, and then you can break through for a region. So I need that to do some things for me. So I will pay my costs and my development costs so that it's in my deck. And goes there, and then now I get to shuffle, but I only have 3 cards, so it's just going to go right into my hand too. That's everything I can do. Now it's to the bot. We roll. It's going to go to number 4. So we see what the bot can do this time. It's going to be able to do a lot more than last time. This is a tributary card. A tribute card right now being uncivilized means that it will be an other card. So it will place the top card from the Dynasty deck into discard. So it has another Dynasty card, and then it will discard this one. And then a mask, which means it will discard, cycle through, and then play the mask into the discard. Basically what happens with masks when it becomes civilized is they also start getting progress tokens out of them too. We have a pinned card with no other symbols on it, the Lodestone Compass, and it will put a mask into history to acquire. So it's going to acquire, and it will acquire the best card that it can. This is going to go into discard after that. So this one is worth 4. This one is worth 5 to the bot. It will acquire that. And acquired again, go on top of here, and then it will discard, and then we will definitely get unrest because this is uncivilized. And it will go here. This one will go down, we'll move that there. And then it has an unrest, and then different from what I did last time, and this is where if you look up the errata that have been published online and forums and so forth, you will see that there's an update to the rules that says unrest from here should just go straight back to the unrest pile. It doesn't go to the discard or anything else. It clarifies the errata in the rule book, which wasn't quite as clear before. So that is that. Then we will incentivize number 4 because that's what we rolled. And then we will do this one. And Solstice, do I have any Solstice stuff yet? No Solstice stuff yet for me. No Solstice stuff yet for the bot. And because that is possible with regions, since the bot does get to play regions, that it would be getting things that it wants, like progress tokens mainly. Okay, so that is everything there. Back to me. I do kind of want that. Let's see what I have in hand, though. I could play, I could play Spread of Atlantis, though. That's right. I just got that. So I should play that. I'm going to play Spread of Atlantis for an action. And this goes back. When the bot returns its regions, it goes back on top of its deck. And if there were multiple regions out when we did that, this is the bot recalls the one that was most recently played. So anyways, this goes back on top of its deck. And then I get to break through for either a region or a tribute. This one gives, I can't even play that one because it's a barbarian type, the Etruscans. So I'm going to get this one, fortified region, get the progress token. And I'll show you what this one is. So exile a card from the market. You may garrison a card. Exhaust when another player plays an attack. You may exhaust this card to pay pay one population to avoid its effects, even if it's another player's turn. But it is worth a victory point too, and that's down here in the bottom corner. Additionally, I might want to do something else with it. So I don't know. But I broke through on that, and then we get a new region. This one is the Moor. You may return a card of your choice from your discard pile to the top of your draw deck. Exile a card from the market. You may garrison a card. So that is that one. Ooh. This would... I have options. Except I am going to be able to develop again. What would I be able to develop right now? I should look at what I can develop. Because my discard is going to be empty, so... Oh, and I did develop last time, so I should have had an exhaust token over here. Not that it has mattered yet, but that is important. Am I going to be able to get any other stuff? I could get enough, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get 4 building materials, and I have some progress tokens. So I think what I will do is make sure I have enough to get Clydo or Palace of Poseidon. I don't have enough for Palace of Poseidon because I also need population. So if I get Clydo or Myths and Legends is good too because it lets me get fame, and then but then I have to sync stuff. I mean that one fortified thing I got might be worth syncing anyways, just to. There's also development where I can choose to develop or acquire civilization, and it just has a cost of 4 building materials. Either way, I definitely want to have enough stuff to develop, so I'm going to play Prosperity again. All players may draw a card. I don't have anything to draw, and bot gets to put the top card into discard because of that language. I get to get 4. So there's my action thing. I get to get 4 building materials. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I could get population. I could get a population of 4 also because I have 4 regions in play. But I'm going to go with the building materials. And then I guess I will keep the... I could put Mountain of Atlantis, get a progress token, garrison the card, and then next time I could put the fortified region out and then flood it, and then... So... Yeah, I'm going to put Mountain of Atlantis out for my 3rd and final action. Garrison a card. I'm going to garrison a flood. Yeah. I'm going to garrison that. Gain my progress token. If I can find a 1. There's lots of 5s and 10s, but I can't find a 1. There we go. So I garrisoned the card. Did that. And then now we will incentivize. I want to incentivize this one because I'm going to be taking it. I want that to be as incentivized as I can. The Metropolis. And it's still not the best card out there for the... Well, this one is. Oh, so that's kind of, well, we'll see what happens. There's a chance the bot might take it, but oh well. If that happens, that happens. And we incentivize, clear tokens, and discard any cards. Then we can draw. I can't draw, so I can develop. So I will develop that Clydo is really good. But Myths and Legends, maybe I want to do Clydo, acquire, get some unrest, or I could just do, you know what, I'm going to do Clydo. Clydo, I don't know how to say it. But I'm going to show it to you. There is that card. So I'm going to pay my 2 and my 3, and then I have that access to that card and my discard. And I only get to draw 2 cards. They just go straight to my hand. So I am a little bit. Oh, and this one goes back. That's the only one. So I have 5 cards in my hand, but I am getting pretty limited. And then we will roll for the bot. The bot is going to play ball games again, which again is a pinned card, and does it have any masks? It does have a mask. So put it into history and acquire. This is where it gets dangerous, right? I'm going to have it take Etruscans, and then those go on top. But it did get progress, and then we see what's here. And that's a region, so no unrest goes underneath it. And then this goes into discard. And let's see what this one is, unrest, so that will just go back there. I'm okay with that right now. This is number 3, which is going to slide down here to number 1. With number 4, it will discard the top card, which is an unrest, and do that. And then number 5, it will again discard the top card and go there. So I'm okay with all that. I just need to acquire this card. So they did number 3. We will incentivize this one again, the astronomy, which makes astronomy a little better. I was kind of waffling on it, but now I wonder if I want it. I don't know. I think I still want Metropolis first. Yeah, I think I want Metropolis first. Okay. And then we will. Oh, and I did put an exhaust here because I developed. So I only have 4 exhausts for me next time. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then a discard is empty, so it will get a card from the Dynasty pile. Shuffle up. And then get 1 there and there. And it is Solstice. I still get nothing on Solstice. The bot lost its region, so we are good to go. Yeah, okay, so I have things I can do. So we're going to play. We're going to play Fortified Region first. And with an action. Exile a card from the market. I will exile. I really have it's either the Moor or the Lakes. There's more symbols on here. You may put a card from your discard pile into your history. Exile a card from the market. This doesn't really help because history just goes back to discard. But it does let me garrison a card. You may return a card of your choice from your discard pile to the top of your draw deck. Exile a card from the market. That might be slightly better. So I'm going to exile Lakes. Let's see what we get. You know what? No, I'm not. Because we know we won't get unrest out here. And I got to be careful of the unrest with the bot. So we're going to do this one over here. The new one is Archipelago, which is you may put a card from your discard pile into your history, exile a card from the market. You may garrison the card. Okay, so that wasn't a bad trade-off. With that, I'm going to play Flood now to go ahead and acquire. So seek this card and a region in play. Wait, well, I guess I should make sure I finished Fortified Region. Well, it just has that exhaust ability. That's when the other player attacks, you can exhaust and pay a population to avoid. That's not a big deal. I wanted this to be able to sink it. So I'm going to pay the action, or use the action to sink this card and a region to acquire. So I will sink both of those cards. They are now sunk. And I do my VPs underneath here are determined by how many cards are sunk. So for my Atlantean civilization card, so I only have one VP under there, but that's okay. And now I'm going to take Metropolis, but I have to take the unrest. And when I acquire, they go to hand. And then we find out what this is. It is a civilization card. It's the Onager, the kind of like a catapult. Each other player abandons a house, gain 2 buildings per abandoned house. You may acquire a region or a tribute. Okay. So we've used 2 actions. I have 1 action left. I want to have my Metropolis out here so I gain the benefit of Solstice. Yeah, and then I should have a pretty good turn next turn, but I'm going to play this for my last action. Metropolis. And then during Solstice, I gain either 1 population or 1 building or draw a card. And it just helps me. It just gives me stuff I need. So there is that. That was good. I like it. And okay, I can now we will incentivize. So I will be incentivizing astronomy more because I'm thinking about taking that card. Except for the bot will probably take it too, because there's nothing else. No matter what, the bot's already going to take it if it takes a card, so it doesn't matter. Might as well make it. No, you know what? I'm going to put it over here. On the attack card. No, on the lakes. That's where I'm putting it. On the lakes. Archipelago. That's Archipelago. That's where I'm done. I won't change it again. I promise. It's done. And then I will discard cards. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I won't discard cards. We will clear tokens. Actually, that happens before discarding cards. Clear the tokens. Discard cards. Go to draw. I can't draw, so I can look through my development. And this is where I would put the exhaust again that I keep forgetting to do it until afterwards, but I have been doing it. The only thing I have is 1 building and 4 progress. So if there's anything that costs 2 progress, which is Myths and Legends, I might just do that. Because Myths and Legends at the right time will help me get Fame cards. And Fame is a great way to get a bunch of points. Okay, so that's there. And that is on my Dynasty, so that I can't use that exhaust next time. I would draw the 1 thing in my discard. And we're back around to the bot. The bot rolls a 2. And we flip and start seeing what's going on with the bot. The bot has a Jade mask, which has the mask symbol on it, and it also has the uncivilized. Since the bot is still uncivilized or barbarian, it doesn't get the civilized. The uncivilized thing doesn't matter because that's only when this is the Empire card is on the Empire side. So looking here, it will just discard a card from the top and discard this one. This one will slide down. Put that here, and we'll go ahead and just. I know this is out of order. Well, actually, it does matter, so I'm not going to do it out of order. We will put this. This is a region, as well as pinned, but region is above pinned. So gain a progress. Play this again. And then exile a card from the market. It will exile the cheapest thing it can, and the only thing it can are these two. So it will exile this region, which is unfortunate. But it would have done this one if I hadn't incentivized that one. And it exports, so we get another unrest under here. Exports is all players gain 2 building materials, give each other player a card from their hand or discard pile, which is kind of weird, but it's a it can be actually a really good attack. Okay, so that Stone Mask, discard a card. No progress because they're not civilized yet. They're not an empire yet. They're still barbarians. Calendar, which is a pinned card, put a mask into history. The top mask goes into history, and then acquire. And then this goes to the discard. So this will go to the discard as soon as we acquire. So it will acquire exports because that's worth 5 to the bot because it has that variable in the bottom right corner. So it will acquire. It goes there. And then we put this into the discard. And we see what comes out of the main deck. It's a region, so we don't get any unrest. And then we get some new cards over here. And we also incentivize number 2. I feel like this is going a little bit more smoothly this time. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so in my hand I have Myths and Legends, which says I can sync a region and play to look at the top 2 cards of the Fame deck and take one. If I do that, I mean, I also get a point out of that. Oh, before my turn, it is solstice, and I did have a solstice thing. The bot doesn't have a solstice, but I do. So I'm going to take a population, I think, because I need to get some population. Yeah, population. So if I sunk Hesperides, I don't think that is something I need as a condition of any other cards. Mountain of Atlantis. No, 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 no. Okay, so I could sink Hesperides. I think I will. And so I'm going to play Myths and Legends with an action. I will sink Hesperides. And then I get to look at the top. And then I will gain a progress token. So it's a good card. I don't remember if I showed this off earlier or not, but I like this card. My action token's on there, just as a reminder to myself. Okay, so that is that card. The cards I got over here are Imperial. I can choose a breakthrough for any of the 4, or I may choose an exiled card. Ooh. Or I can put this card into my history. It's 8 VP if in history. But I can't choose to put this card into my history unless I sync it somehow. So there's that. And then that's that card. And then the other card is Proud, which is 12 VP if garrisoned, 8 if in history, 3 if otherwise. So I want to garrison this card to get 12 VP off of it. That's that one. And the point stuff is down here in the corner with that variable symbol. So I'm going to take Proud. Imperial is not bad, but Proud I think is better for me, given that I want to get more regions and garrison stuff. Okay. So I took that card, and then I gain 1 progress. So I will turn my stuff in for a 5. And then my next action will be I can break through for a region and make, because I have Spread of Atlantis, which is an attack. So I will make them recall theirs. So recalling again, I don't know why this isn't sticking for me, but recalling for the bot, I think means that they put it on top. Yep. Yep. So it puts it back on top. And then I get to break through. So I will take this one and that. And then I will use my third action to play Archipelago right there. Put a card from your, and then it says you may put a card from your discard pile into history. I don't have anything in my discard right now. Exile a card from the market. Let's see what this is before I make that choice. This is acquire and then exile. I don't want that. I'm getting rid of that. And then last region above there, and then from here on out we fill up from the main deck, so the main deck starts to go faster. Is Peninsula, draw 2 cards, exile a card from the market, you may garrison a card. So I already exiled, and then I may garrison, so I'm going to garrison Proud. Make it into 12 points. So I can't sink that, otherwise I'll be getting just a single point. Well, yeah. I guess I'd be losing 3 points net. So that's my actions. I can't do anything with my exhaustions. So we incentivize. I want to incentivize this, drawing more cards. I can discard cards, but that's kind of silly. So I'll leave those in my hand. I won't discard right now. I then, clear tokens. Boop, 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 boop. These now go to my discard. I could discard more, but I'm only gonna have 5. Ooh. Yeah, no, I want to keep these in my hand. Yeah, I want to keep these in my. You know what? Actually, I'm going to discard the unrest. Now I would draw cards. I can't draw, so I can pay if I have enough of anything. I don't think I have enough of it. If I had 2 population, I could do the mascara, but I don't. So I need to start getting population and building materials in order to develop the rest of my stuff. Yeah. Okay. So I can't afford to develop, so that will stay there. And these just get flipped back over. There's only 3 cards, 2 cards in hand. Those go back to my hand. It's back to the bot. The bot is going to roll 6, which means we're going to use all 5 of these cards here, which I don't love, but that is what it is. So discard a card, discard that mask. See what we get? Unrest, going back to here. And export, which is an attack, and that doesn't matter because they're still barbarians. So we go down and look here, civilized. That's not that. So this is an other 4 because there are barbarians. Place the top card from the dynasty deck into this card. That just speeds them along into becoming a empire. That goes there. Let's see. No tribute. No axe. So this is another other. So they get another dynasty card. They are almost an empire. Depending on what this is, they might become an empire right now. Let's find out. And okay, they get to put a mask back into history to acquire. They don't have as many masks, but it goes into their history. And then they're going to acquire the best card they can. And then this will go here. So, but nothing gets incentivized this time. That's good. This is worth 2. This is worth 1. This is worth 4. So they're going to be taking astronomy. Couldn't have done much to stop that. Anyway. All right, and then these go on top of their draw. New card is Amphitheater. Exhaust, return, and unrest from your discard pile to gain 1 progress. Ooh. Solstice, discard a card. That's a pretty cool one, and it gives 1 BP per 5 progress. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Okay. Let's see if they become an empire. I don't think they're quite ready to become an empire, but they're very close. Yep. Okay, so they can do that without having to shuffle more cards, so they're not an empire yet. But as soon as this one goes into their discard, this San Lorenzo Tenochtitlan. I am so bad at saying Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan. Whenever that enters their discard and gets shuffled in, then they will become an empire. So that's that. That's Solstice. I'm going to gain. What did I say I need more of? I think I need more building materials and pop. I think what I need most. Ooh, this one is. What do I need the most of though? Palace of Poseidon. So I need 3 building materials and 2 population. This one lets me reduce development costs, vast wealth. So maybe I should do that first. So what do I want? I want to. Oh yeah, wait. I should see what I'm gonna be getting to play. So I can get building materials or population. What do I need though? If I get, I'm gonna get population, I guess. I'll get 1 population. That's what I'm gonna get with my solstice. The bot doesn't have anything for solstice, so it's back to my turn. And with that, I could break through, or I could just get rid of this rainforest. Playing, I'm going to play Myths and Legends again. I will sink the rainforest. Because I still have 3 pottery in play. So I will sink the rainforest. So look at the top 2 cards of the Fame deck. Choose one and then gain a progress. So let's see what we have this time. I already showed off Imperial last time, and we know that's one of the top 2 cards. I'll go ahead and get my progress. There's Proud again. So I didn't know there were 2 Prouds. I didn't even know that because that hasn't happened to me before. So, I'm going to take the Proud again. That's a lot of points. I guess I don't need to show you Proud because we've already seen that. So that goes to hand. I'm going to do the same thing I did basically last time. I'm going to break through, because I have Spread of Atlantis. I'm going to break through for, that would make the bot recall a land, but they don't have one. So I will break through for a region. This one. Peninsula, take it to hand. We'll see what this is. This is where things can start getting more dicey as we run through the main deck. It's a tribute card, so it gets unrest underneath it. I have to be careful of making civilization collapse. But then for my last action, oh no, that's 3. That is 3 actions. So I'll have to wait till next turn. And my hand limit is already reached. So do I want? Yeah, I probably want to. Okay, so we will incentivize something. What do I want to incentivize? I don't want to incentivize civilians, which is the tribute that came out. It says exhaust when another player plays an attack. You may exhaust this card to avoid its effects. This one's still the best one out there. It's probably going to go to the bot, so I guess I will go here with that. Not ideal, but it's what I did. I'm going, to clear tokens. And there should have been, oh no, because I didn't develop anything last time, but this comes over here. And then we will be also discarding, oh my, I'm going to discard unrest, and I'm ready to draw, and I can't, so I can develop if there's anything I can afford. Kind of was waiting for Palace of Poseidon, but I could just do moats and walls, or I think that's all I can do, moats and walls. Or I could do Themyscira, gain progress exile card from the market, and garrison a card. That's I am enjoying this game. I messed up pretty big on a couple things last time, but I also found out that there's an updated rule book that I had to go back and read. Yeah, how are you doing? So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna wait and not develop. Is what I'm doing. I do enjoy the game, but wish I wish some things had been better done in the rule book still. Yeah, but the main reason I just got an unrest. Main reason I'm playing again is I made some big mistakes last time, so I'm trying to correct that in this playthrough. What have you been playing lately? Okay, so I'm going to leave that one there because the bot rolled a one. And then it gets astronomy. It is not yet an empire, so this one is just going to put a mask into history to acquire. And this will be going to discard. It will be acquiring the amphitheater that I wanted, but I didn't get it. So that will go there. We'll see what happens over here. Corruption. I love corruption card. All players gain 2 building materials. Each other player takes unrest, gain a progress. I need to get that card, otherwise the bot will hurt me by having that and me not having it. Okay, so I'm going to place that there. It does get unrest behind it. Number 3 is a pinned region. Regions are gain of progress. Put this into play. Exile a card from the market. And now the bot has 4 progress. Exile a card from the market. That's 2, that's 2, that's 2, that's 2, and that's 3. I think we'll exile. I can't exile that one because it has a token on it, so we will exile this one. And we'll see what this is, see if the unrest stays out. It does, because the Greeks, who are tributes, came out. And they have a solstice thing. Choose one, gain 1 population or 1 building material, or draw a card. So that happened. And then a mask, which means we continue cycling through the bot's deck. And then another pinned card. Put another mask into history to acquire. So the masks are quickly disappearing. And it will acquire. So this is 5. So it wants the Greeks. It will take the Greeks and put that on top. And moneylenders come out. And that is another card that gets an unrest. We are down to 3 unrest over here, so I need to be careful of that. I need to find a way to return some unrest. Actually, the bot should be returning unrest pretty soon. So there's that. And new card. Yep. Wow, I thought it was going to become an empire this time, but it still had 1 card here, so it won't. And then we incentivize card number 1. Put this back here. Back to my turn. Did you recover okay from your storms up there, Clay? I know a lot of people had a lot going on, and I saw you were without power for a little bit. I'm going to play this peninsula. Draw 2 cards. exile a card from the market, and then I may garrison. So I will exile this 3-point Scythian card. And that stays there. And then I can garrison a card, so I will garrison that Proud I have. Another 12 points. And then I will sink. I think I'll sink. Do I want to sink? I don't have Palace of Poseidon and play it. So I have Clado, I have Spread of Atlantis. I could break through for that, which is an attack with Spread of Atlantis. What do I mean, I'm getting to the good decisions, and now I don't know what to do. What do I want to do? 6 of these lands out. I only have one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pottery. You know what? I am going to sink. I'm going to play that action. Oh, I put a progress token instead of an action token there, so I'm going to do that. I will sink Thule, and that goes there. And then I can, and this goes back here. I can look at the top 2 cards of the Fame deck again. Eminent is the new one. Imperial is still there, of course. Free play, draw 2 cards, and it's worth 8 points. I'm taking that one. And then I get a progress again. So there's that. And Eminent is in my hand. And, oops, no. Spread of Atlantis should be there. So it looks like I have played 3 actions because I played Myths and Legends, Spread of Atlantis, and I did play Peninsula. Oh, but Imminent is a free play. Draw 2 cards. I can't draw 2 cards. Never mind. But it's 8 points, so that's fine. That's fine. Okay. I still don't think I'm going to be able to develop anything. Did I forget to do my solstice? I might have forgotten to do my solstice last time. Oh, well, that's on me if I forgot to do my solstice. All right, so we will incentivize again. What do I not want to go away? I want a chance at this card, so we're gonna make that one. Although this one gives me 2 building. I want that one to not go away, but that makes it pretty good for the bot. Oh well. So that's gonna go there. Then we will clear tokens. Those go to discard. And then could develop. I don't want to yet. I'm trying to get a specific card. That might be a mistake. I shuffle my 2 cards and draw 1. And then it's back to the bot's turn. The bot will roll a 2. Go there. The bot's going to be returning some unrest. There we go. I'll slide that way. Greeks, which is, we're still on the barbarian side, so this is pinned, put a mask. Do we have any masks left? That's a good question. Oh yeah, there's the Jade mask acquired. So it will take that Jade mask into history and acquire. This is a 6, so it will be taking that one. And the bot has 5 progress tokens now. That goes back to the discard. And then another penned one. I think that was the only mask left in here. All right, yeah, that was the only mask. We've gone through all the masks. This is a very different game than the last time I played this not on stream, but just by myself. It's just a very different game. So it can't, so it will gain a progress and then put this card into history too. Okay. And then last card for the bot. There's the mask. So it will discard, it will discard, it will, oh, I forgot to do this. Watermelon, okay. It will be incentivizing number 2. And then it will try to fill these up. But I think it's going to finally become an empire right now. Yep. So it can't. It needs to shuffle. It can't pull from its draw pile. So it will shuffle and added card that makes this flip over to the empire side. So it is now an empire. So it has upgraded things it can do when it flips cards. And with that, one more card there. It is Solstice. I need to remember to get my stuff, so I have exactly what I need. I was trying to get Palace of Poseidon, so I need to get more more building materials during the solstice from this from my metropolis, or I could draw a card. Yeah, I'm gonna get the additional building material. And back to my turn. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Imminent. Just draw that last card because that's a free play, and then that gives me Myths and Legends back to hand. So I could sink again. And this, I could sink, but I need Mountain of Atlantis in order to score here. But I could just score more points off of Fame cards. Fame cards have been pretty great. I've already gotten 24 points off of those. So, I could just break through for this and get that has straight up 3 points on it. That lets me exile a card from the market and then garrison a card and then draw a card and discard a card on Solstice. You know what? I'm going to play Clado, which is acquiring. So I have to take the unrest. So I do have 2 unrest now. But it was incentivized, and I didn't want the bot to take it from me because I need that to do the development stuff I want to do. And then we have another. We're down to 2 unrest. I have to be careful of that in the. So I'm going to have to be taking an action in the future to do that, to get rid of unrest. But I'm going to play. So that's my first thing is playing Clado to acquire. Oh, and then I have to sync this card after I do it because there's a period, not a comma. So it's choose to acquire, or if Poseidon is in play, breakthrough, and then sync. Okay, fine. So I sync that card. That's fine. And then I'm going to. I'm just going to get rid of the unrest because we're getting dangerous here. So I'm going to play 1 action to discard 2 cards and get rid of an unrest, and then I'll play my last action to discard the other unrest and discard 2 cards. So that's all 3 of my actions. Not a super efficient turn, but I got some more cards, and I don't know. I'm okay with that. And I kept the game going by not making civilization fall apart. So the bot rolls a 6, which means we're not going to incentivize anything, but the bot also is going to get to play every card here as an empire, which I don't like that at all. All right, well, there's an unrest. So the game definitely is going to keep going. And then Moneylender, which is a civilized card, but on the for this civilization that doesn't matter. So and it's not listed either. And it's not a pinned card, so it's just going to go to other, which is, because there's no attack there. So gain a progress and put the card into history. All right, so that was just worth of progress for the bot. And then pinned and region. Region is farther up on this list than civilization list than pinned is. So region goes first. Gain a progress, play this, and then exile a card from the market. So it will exile. This is worth 5. This is worth 3. This is worth 2. I can't even exile this one anyways. This one is worth 2. This one is worth 1. It will exile the city. And we get a new card, which is a tribute. So we get unrest underneath it. And then unrest, which goes back to the unrest. I guess I didn't have to worry about the unrest, but I didn't know when those were going to come up. And then an attack card. Discard the top card from the bot deck. If able, return an unrest from discard pile. Okay, so discard. It doesn't have any unrest in its discard pile, so I can't do anything about that. But then I take an unrest, which I should have drawn back up first last time. Let's make sure I do that in the right order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I couldn't have done this development, so those are fine. But this goes to my. I take an unrest. If I take an, that's the first time that's happened like that. If I take an unrest from the bot, how does that work? If I take an unrest from the bot. That is a good question. If I take an unrest, does it go to my hand or the discard? It doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter because I would end up discarding it anyways. If you take an unrest, I don't know. Did all that reading and I missed that somehow. If I take an unrest, I have some reminders written down too. Comments of blah blah blah. If you take an unrest, what happens to it from the bot? Attack. Then count the number of unrest. No. Return unrest. No, that's not it. Unrest. But what do I do if I'm forced to take an unrest? That's if you acquire. So I'm going to say that it goes into my hand because that seems like what I would be doing if I was acquiring and taking unrest. So I'm going to treat it the same. Okay, so I took an unrest. Back to what the bot was doing. It attacked me. So then this gets discarded, and it's back to all this. No incentivization this time. And it's not getting a dynasty card, but it's good for me. And all right, so I can do things. Well, maybe I should just do the things that are good for me. Well, what I really need to do is get through my development or get through the main deck. So I think my development's my best bet. I'm going to play Corruption. All players gain 2 building materials. Each other player takes an unrest. So there you go, bot. You're taking an unrest. And that's the thing. If the bot takes unrest, right? Yeah. Okay, it's going to go on top of it. Yep. Bot took an unrest from me because I'm attacking with corruption, and then I gain a progress. So I need that. My goal right now is really just to get through this development. as fast as I can. So I probably want to do this chain of things again. I'm going to play Spread of Atlantis again. To make them recall their region, I get to break through for a region, so I will break through for this one. Put it in my hand. So that helps the main deck get moving too, and that is an uncivilized card, so it gets unrest. And then I'm going to play what do I want to do? I want to play. I'm just going to play, this time I'm going to play Grassland. And then I will exile a card from the market. I'll exile this monument that just came out. I don't like that monument. So this is a plane, which means that we don't get unrest underneath that. I want to make sure I'm exiling, right? Because otherwise it's a big asterisk again. Okay, good. Yep, okay. So the unrest would just come back to here. It doesn't get exiled out of the game too. Good, okay. All right, so I exiled a card from market, and then I can garrison a card. And then during Solstice, I get extra things. So I will. I don't want to. I mean, I could. What I could do is garrison this unrest, and then it would be out of my rotation. But it's not hurting me a whole lot right now, so I think actually I will just leave it in my hand. So I will incentivize something. I'm going to incentivize this plane. I will clear the tokens. I will discard cards, this unrest, and then I will. Well, that won't matter because I only have. Well, I'll do it in the right way. Oh, these two go back also to the discard. So technically those go first, even though they're going to get shuffled. And then now I can build a card for my development. So I will just, at this point, it's just develop as much as I can. So I'm going to develop, except where's the one that lets me, this increases my hand size, so that would be good. Or reduce development cost by 2. So I'm gonna, I still don't have the stuff for that. I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna play Palace of Poseidon. Or develop this one, not play it. It cost me 1 progress, 3 building materials, and 2 population. It's a free play if Mountain of Atlantis is in play. It gives me 5 VPs. I'm just, all I'm trying to do, well, all I'm trying to do is get through my development cards. So, is that the best choice? I don't think so, but I might need to have the 5 points done before. I think I do. So, I bought that. And then I shuffle again. And draw 2 new cards, and it's the bot's turn once again. Well, I think we're getting real close to the end. So this 3 is going to go here. And did I incentivize anything? Oh, I did. Okay. Etruscans, which are a tribute, which doesn't show up anywhere, but they don't have an attack, and they have a barbarian, so they're other, because they're not pinned either. Gain a progress and put this into history. So this just gives them progress, giving them points and going through the deck. Okay. And pinned card, Lodestone Compass, which doesn't have any other symbols on it. Gain a progress. Acquire an uncivilized card, and If able, return a mask from the discard pile to the top of the bot deck. Nope. Put this card into history. So it's going to acquire either this one or this one. This one's worth 5 to the bot. This one's worth none. So it's going to acquire this one. And then this one goes into history. Let me see what we get here. I think we're going to be ramping up quickly one way or another. So this will slide down. A reminder that we will need to incentivize number 3. Unrest goes back to the top. That's good. Actually, right now I was kind of getting worried about that again. And then Astronomy, which is a civilized card, but that doesn't show up for the Olmecs. So it just goes to Pinned, which is gain another progress, gain another uncivilized. And this one's worth 1, this one's worth 2. Then put this card into history. Okay, I'm not sure how I felt about that turn. And then we incentivize number 3, the Cataphract. Each other player does abandon a region. You may acquire a region or a tribute. You may garrison this card to trigger that card's play effect. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do some. Turn in some of these so that I don't have such a mess over here. First of all, 5 and 5 for a 10. 10 progress. Oh, it's solstice. Very important. During solstice, draw a card and discard a card. So I drew Spread of Atlantis. I'm going to discard unrest. Yeah. Oh. Okay. And then also I can get a population or a building material, or so I'm going to get, or draw a card. I'm going to get population, I think. Okay. Now it's finally my turn. And let's see. I still need to develop some things. What could I do? This one gets developed for 2 population. This one for 5. Do I have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I'm going to be I have 5, 6. I have 5 regions in play. I'm actually going to get the population off of prosperity, so I'll play that. Get 5 population, and then I will play Spread of Atlantis to break through. Again, it won't do anything right now against them because they don't have any regions out. So I will break through for another region. And let's see what this one is. If I can end the game without running out of unrest, I think I'm doing good this time. And then I want to play Myths and Legends to sink something in play. I'm going to sink Elysian Fields. And then I get to look at the top 2 cards, and then I get a progress here. So I will that there. Look at the top 2 again. And it's acclaimed and Imperial still. Breakthrough for a variable point card. Put this card into your history. I could take Vikings. So yeah, because that one's gain 2 building materials, steal 2 building materials from each other. Anyone able to play takes an unrest. They wouldn't take any unrest. 1 VP per 2. It's not a great card for me though. Breakthrough for any card. You may choose an exiled card. So, and then it's worth 8 VP if in history, 2 VP if otherwise. So if I could sink garrison and then sink this card, that was Imperial is the one for me. Okay, so I take that one. And that's my 3 actions. I don't have any exhaust. Exhaust isn't great for the Atlanteans, it seems like. I guess I could get cards out here that would do better, but it hasn't been great. And then I will incentivize something. I will incentivize, that one's worth 3, that one's worth 5, that one's worth 3. I will incentivize this one that has an exhaust action on it, religion. Exhaust, gain 1 action, solstice, choose 3 unrest, or take an unrest or pay 3. Ooh, that's awful. Maybe I can make the bot take it though. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and then I get to draw. I don't get to, well, so maybe what I should do is I should play this so that I can develop more. I'm going to play before I do that. Okay, so before I do that, at the end of my turn, I will play imminent, free play, draw 2 cards to draw the 1 card. Can't draw anymore because my discard's empty. Now I will incentivize this. Then I will clear tokens. Now I will discard. I could discard and then draw, but I could have done that, but that's okay. And then I will develop I will just develop the mascara for 2 population. This is 5, so I'll put this back in for I have 6, so I'll just take 3 out. 1, 2, and 3. And so I have the mascara in hand, and there should be an exhaust token there now. And it's back to the bottom. This card up here. And prosperity also goes over here. I have 5 cards in hand, so we don't get to. Wait, how did I get the mascara then? The mascara should have gone into my discard, and then yep, the mascara went into my discard, not my hand. Then I will shuffle and draw a card, and it's the mascara anyway. Okay, that worked out well, but just making sure I do things right. The bot rolled a 1, so that will stay the same. Unrest will go back here. The city, which is both uncivilized and civilized. So uncivilized means acquire, and then put this card into history. We'll go ahead and put this card into history. It will acquire. This is worth 3. This is worth 2. This is worth 1. This is worth 3. This is worth 5. It will acquire that. Carthaginians, gain 2 building and draw a card. Give each other player a card from your hand or discard pile. 1 BP per turn building material. That's kind of cool. That could have been cool if I had played differently early on, but I don't have it right now, so oh well. Do need to be careful because there's only 2 unrest here. I don't want to make civilization collapse. Okay, there's another 3rd one. That's good. And then watermill, which is again an uncivilized. So we're going to put this card into history and acquire. That's kind of a problem. We don't want civilization to collapse. So a 3 here and a 5 here for the Carthaginians. It will do that. The big problem is we are running out of unrest. So I have to find a way to play my last 4 development cards or get the main deck run out. Otherwise, we all lose because civilization has collapsed. And I don't want that. Ooh. I don't have any unrest here. I can't look at those. All right, bot. Come on, don't let me down. Oh, we know that there's unrest in there because it just took unrest. Oh, but we don't put a 6 there. That's fine. Okay, good. And then we will incentivize number 1. We are okay because 2 unrest are going to come out next time. Okay, everything's good. Everything's good. I think think everything is good. Okay. Now I can finally play Palace of Poseidon. It's a free play. It increases my hand size by 1, so I get to draw up to 6 of them now. I will play Corruption for 1 action. Gain the 2 building materials, which I need. Oh, before all that, the Solstice. And I definitely want to get building materials. Okay, so that happened before I took my turn. I got my building material from this. Okay, back into my turn. Palace of Poseidon, Corruption, and then I'm going to play... what do I want to play? I'm going to play Plane to... Yep, I'm going to play a Plane. I'm running out of room here. And gain a progress token, which gives me another 5 to trade in. And then exile a card from the market and garrison a card. So the card I'm going to garrison is Imperial, because I need a way to sync that, because that's the only way to make it into 8 points from 2. But I get to exile something. I'm going to exile, it's either Elders or Diplomacy. I will exile Diplomacy. And we continue moving through the main deck, which helps me too. Staying hydrated. Okay. And then I have 1 action left. I can play Themyscira. So I will play Themyscira. I'm out of room. Gain of progress. Exile a card from the market, and you may garrison a card. I'm going to... See, Domestication says, exhaust when you gain building material from a weak card in play. Exhaust this card to gain a progress. I'll just exile that. I don't know what I would do with it right this second. So, Art just came out. It's a Solstice card. If Barbarian, you may pay 1 building material to return any unrest. If Empire, you may pay 3 building materials to gain progress. Ooh. That would have been nice. Early on, I would have done things differently there too. Okay, so we exiled. You may garrison the card. I don't have anything to garrison. And so now we incentivize. I'm going to incentivize Art because I don't want Art to go. Maybe? I don't know. Yep, I incentivized Art. That's what I did. And then we clear tokens. And this will go to the discard. Everything else, I have, let's see, I have 8 pinned cards out. And then we see if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's annoying. If I had, oh no, my hand size is a 6 and I can't draw. So first, that's why we played Palace of Poseidon. My hand size is 6 now, not 5, because of Palace of Poseidon. So I can develop, and I will, let's see here. I will develop the only thing I can develop, I guess, and then hopefully this gets better. But I'm going to develop moats and walls for 1 progress, 2 building, and 1 population. Moats and walls just gives me exhaust unrest for free. So, but it's also worth 2 victory points, I think. All right, let's see what we got. So hand size of 6 is really nice, but it's not what I got. I got corruption back in my hand. Oh well, but that's okay because corruption has helped me do a lot of things. That sounds about right. Corruption isn't. Goodness sakes. And then the region here, gain a progress token, play this, and exile a card from the market for the bot. It can exile this one or this one. It will exile this one. And then City comes out. Unrest, back. Okay, keeping the game alive. This will slide. Another unrest to keep the game alive. I think I might be able to get through my development. So, and then Vikings, which is an attack. Discard the top card of the bot deck. Return any unrest from the discard pile, which is none. And then I take an unrest. Fine. Take it to hand. Okay. And then that goes on top of there. And we will end up incentivizing over here. On Cataphract again. Makes that a lot more enticing. I don't know why I shuffled those. I don't. I have no idea what was in them. So it doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter. Because did I put anything? Did it acquire anything? Just did it. No, I don't think it. I forget if it acquired anything. Greeks, Persians, Cacao, ball games. Let's see. I gotta look at these. Why did I shuffle? I don't know. If I just messed that up, I'm sorry. But I will shuffle again since I know what those are. Alright, I'll put that way. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. I don't know who's winning right now. Possibly the bot. But I keep having to manage this unrest. Okay. And it's solstice, so I can solstice, what can I do? I got rid of my other thing that lets me. Oh no, I didn't. I can draw a card and discard a card. So draw a card. Discard a card. What do I want to discard? I don't know that I have to. Well, I have to discard something, so I'll discard that unrest. Okay. And then I will take another building material because I'm going to need that. Hi, how's it going? I am getting close to finishing this up. I made one little mistake in that I just shuffled my my bot deck just a second ago, and I don't remember if I had put something on top. Other than that, it's going well here. Okay, so the solstice just happened. It's back to my turn. I'm going to play Imminent, which gives me nothing, but it gets it out of my hand because I can't draw any cards right now. Actually, I might hold on. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play Moats and Walls to free play. That's an action. I will free play an Unrest, and I will discard. I will discard Spirit of Atlantis and let's see, Imminent. Yep. In order to get that unrest out of my hand. And so that was a free play. Oh no, I played an action, played that, and then I had to do an exhaust to free play the unrest. And then I'm going to play Myths and Legends to sink a region in play. And I want to sink this one that has Imperial underneath it. I get to look at the top 2 cards of the Fame deck again and take one. I'm going to take Independent, which I haven't shown off so far. That's a new one. I'm actually almost through the free play game 3 and 2. So I might actually finish the Fame deck first this time, which would be great. I think that I would probably win if I do that. So that's 2 actions, and for my 3rd action, I'm going to play Prosperity, and I can gain let's see here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amphiers pottery, so I will take 5 pottery so that I can do some development with that. And that is my turn. So I have to incentivize. I will incentivize this one, I guess, the city. And then we clear tokens. And I think technically there should have been an exhaust over here. Again, I forgot to do that, but I didn't run out of the exhaust, so it's not a big deal. But these will go back here. And this is pinned. These are not pinned, so they go all to my discard. But now I need to draw my hand of 6. I can't. So now, I will make sure I put the exhaust there this time because it might come up next time. I will develop something. I will develop vast wealth, which reduces. It would have been nice to do earlier, but I just didn't. It reduces the cost of things by actually, you know what? I'm going to do it. That's a hard choice. I can afford to do advanced culture. I'm going to do advanced culture. So I'm going to pay 5 building materials and 1 progress. So I need to get 4 progress tokens back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because advanced culture is worth 1 VP per region. So that's better than vast wealth, although vast wealth gives me other things. So I do that. Now we shuffle this, and I do have a hand size of 6 because of the Palace of Poseidon. So 2, 3, 4, 4 new cards, 4, and then 2 go here. And if I get the right thing, I might be able to develop it. I don't know. I'm doing well because I may either be able to end the game through development or through fame cards if I keep. Unless the bot does something really, really terrible to me. So we will roll for the bot. The bot's going to keep card number 1 there, like collapsing the civilization, which is possible, but doubtful. That's just a pin card. Ball games. I'm surprised that's still in the game. I don't know how I did that. Gain 1 progress. If able, acquire uncivilized. And if able, to return a mask from the discard pile to the top of the bot deck. And this is going to go into history. So get a progress. Acquire uncivilized. Uncivilized. I don't think there are any masks left. No, no mask. It will. This one's worth 2. This one is worth 2. This one is worth 3. It will acquire that. That goes on top, and I will make sure I remember not to. I'm going to put some stuff back 5 and get a 10. Make sure not to shuffle the bot deck. Okay. The main deck is almost out too, so that's good. Oh, in a region, so no unrest comes out. And then Cacao. Cacao is return an unrest from discard, gain 1 progress. And then I can also choose to return an unrest if I have it, but I don't have a discard pile right now. So, do I have any in hand? I do not. Okay, that's fine. But the bot still gains a progress token. Okay, and that goes there. And Persians, which is a tributary, which for them doesn't do anything except gain progress and put this card into history. Tributes just give this bot a point. And then pin card Olmec hieroglyphs, gain a progress. Okay. Acquire and return any masks. And then this one goes into history. So we are really getting close to the end of the game. This one is worth 2. This one is worth 2. It will just take this one over here. And then, okay, so acquire, and 2 unrest are there. solstice stuff. I will get another building material because my metropolis. Anything else I can do from? Oh yeah, draw a card and discard it. Yeah, I'll do that because, yeah, if I can cycle through and get my development done, I need to do that. So I will draw a card and I will discard a card. I will discard advanced culture. Cool, that's great. And it is now my turn again. So I will be playing. First of all, I will be exhausting moats and walls to free play this unrest. I could pay one or population or discard 2 cards or pay 3 building materials. I will. Oh, actually, I'm going to do it in this order. I'm going to do this. Free play of independent. Gain 3 building materials. Let's see here. I'll get a 5 and put 2 back. And 2 population. I'm not going to even take the. Well, yeah, I will. 2 population. 1, 2. And then I'm going to exhaust this one. To free play this, I will get rid of a population to get rid of that unrest. And then I will draw 2 cards at the free play of eminent. And that gives me myths and legends. And then I will sink something in play with I think I will. Yeah, I'm going to. Yep, because I want to finish out the fame deck. So I'm going to sink a region in play and look at the top 2 cards of the fame deck. And take 1, gain 1 progress. Okay, so I will sink Themyscira. That takes an action. And then I will look over here. And the only 2 cards left are King of Kings. When you would gain, so I want to take this one. When you gain this card, instead resolve it, then flip this card. This triggers to game it. That's what I want to do right now. And if I'm an Empire, and I am, gain 3 progress and develop for free. So that's what I want to do. So I'm going to gain 3 progress and develop for free. Okay. Let's see. I'll put 2 back and grab a 5. And develop for free. Probably should have played more cards. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I just want to end the game and not have it collapse on me or the bot get more points. So I flipped that card. I got my 3 progress. I get to develop for free? Yeah, develop for free. Okay, so I developed for free. I could either get 1 point or 2 point. I'm going to take the 2 point card, which is development, which I didn't take early on. So that's the end of the game. Now we count up, and I have to make sure I don't miss anything since this is a solo game. Progress tokens are points. I have 17, and the bot has 15, 18, 20. 20 for the bot on progress. I have 17. And then look at all victory points related to whatever card we have. So the bot has some variable point cards. And I guess we will count those up in a second. I'll just start pulling them out though. Bot does have some unrest. This is not in history, so that's not a point. That's for the masks. And let's see over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 masks, 6, 7 masks in history. And that's a 2-point card, 3-point card. That's a variable point that we'll get to in a second. That's another mask. So I lost my count on the masks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points on masks. Are there any other masks? Okay, no, 8 points on masks. So that's 28. And then let's see. We'll just put that there. We'll put that there. Put that there. Okay, so 28 points so far for the bot. And then let's go through these. And this one's worth 4, so 32. That's 1 VP for every 5 progress tokens, so 32. And how do at the end of the bot get certain points for okay, if it's variable, the asterisk, it gets 5. And if it's a question mark, it gets the most. So that gets actually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 31, 34, 36, and then minus 4 is 32, 32, yeah, 32 plus the 8 masks plus the 20 is 2860. Sorry if you can hear the so the bot ended up with 60 points. Let's see if I beat that. I have 12 here for proud, 12 here for proud. That's 24 plus my 17 is 31, 41. 5 for this one, 46. 48, 50, 51, and then 1 for every region underneath here. 1 plus so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 51, 58, and then these have some individual things on them. 59, 62. I beat the bot either way. 62, and this one is worth 8 if in history. So another 8 points. 70 points. And did I have any unrest? 72, 80, 83, and then I had 4 regions up. 87. So 87. I had no unrest by the end. 87, 91, 93. I beat the bot pretty good. That was a good game. I only made a couple little tiny errors, but I think I corrected for all of them except for maybe the shuffling, but I don't think that made a difference in the game. That is Imperium Legends. It's a lot of fun if you remember everything. It's a lot. So I had my notes. I had the rule books going on. I like it, but you can see how much table space it takes up and everything else. It's still a good game though. I do like it. I just wish. I have made myself at least one cheat sheet, but I need another one. And when I'm doing this, I reference a lot of things because there's just a lot going on in the game. So I enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it too. Thanks for watching and hanging out. If you hung out and watched it all, or if you watch it later, let me know what you think. Yeah, I might have missed something else here or there. And I know I didn't always put the exhaust tokens out when I should have, but I never ran out of exhaust tokens, so that's not too much of a big deal. So anyways, thanks for watching. Happy gaming. I'll catch you later.